Hi, you folks. Rav Excel here, about to cast first classic replay of the Brood War casting that I've now started. So this replay is from 2012, given to me by Salin. It has a number of different clans, as you can see. A couple of the classics. Everyone here you know. We have Boobsucka as Germany. We have Krontoker as Italy. STC Gun as Spain. Then we have Molo as UK, FTH as France, followed by Salin as Russia, and then finally STC Blunt as Norway. Um, this is a really back and forth type of game, and one that was picked out to cast just due to its close nature and many fights where the game is just about finished. So please enjoy, and I'm very excited to do this first classic replay. Anyone who has any, please send them my way, and I will try to cast them. Enjoy. All right, immediate lift from Germany. This is the 2.0 Brood War patch. So again, filmed 2012. A little bit slow on the German attack. We have Spain taking over, coming over with the barracks. Quick Russian attack, going high. Just with all those initial units that you start with around the higher engineering bay, the tanks in the middle of the country. So here we have the German bunkers up, but not the Italian. So German BCs, 5 coming, the other 2 are coming right up, and immediately Russia pulls. Here we have very, very clean Norway take. Looked like Blunt got it. He just got to go ahead and drop that down. Yeah, that should be just fine. We have Italy coming up. Let's see if he's aggressive at all. Looks like he might just be content to bunker. Hasn't built any of them yet. We have Germany going Swiss. So pretty common on that approach. Very curiously though, we do have a drop down here of the Fire Bats and Goliaths. So here we do have an Algiers hold. So you want to make sure to hide those dropships as soon as you can. At this point, I'd probably run them over to the Middle East, because you do have Spain that's going to try to target them, as well as Germany. But again, very good hold there by France. Very carefully going down with the tanks, going down with the BCs. We just have a full pull here from France. No scouts though. Scouts are missing from Spain. Normally when that occurs, there are some opportunities. Oh, good air there by UK. Taking out some of the messers. Just a very solid standard hold. Already 82 kills. Very good job by France. What did he get? What does he get? Still a couple of troops there. Solid 83 kill hold. Definitely good job, FTH. Russia's poking again. Managed to kill out that bunker line. There was 3, 4, 5 bunkers there. Probably could have pulled the BC out. Probably could have got that physics bay if he had gone a little bit earlier. But very, very good job. Wide open. Germany calling to go finish the Paris take. Norway dropping. He's at his limit in about 10 supply from now, so that's room for another 4 to 5 drops. He's going to be able to get a 7 drop. 8 drop, actually. So again, very effective if he can get this off before the next tax. Spain going defensive here. I can see why with Algiers holding. Let's see what he does. Algiers going very defensive. 3 bunker build as well as a barracks. Huge, huge disappointment if FTH loses this very quickly. He's banking that he's going to be able to speed in the take of Africa. with all these troops down here. He's got the scouts, he's got the dropships, he's got all these Goliaths. Really should be making the move just like he's doing now. He's realizing he needs to be a little bit more active before any sort of air or troops come towards. Do have Germany coordinating the attack. Very, very good job. Without these scouts, it might have been a closer battle. But here it's going to be very, very one-sided. Huge investment taken out. France spent his whole second turn money, which we know is substantial and is needed for a quick take of Africa. Now let's see how many drops he loses. Already the money is enough, but if you lose any more of these drops, it could be catastrophic for the Allies. Very, very solid Norway drop here. Wide open on the Axis wall. Axis have this surprisingly well defended. Full bunker with about 14 Marines and an SCV to heal, although he's not doing it right now. Very, very well coordinated. Looks like he's going to clear this all out. Now, what you want to do as Norway is you want to make sure to get most of these turrets and all of the bunkers. If you think you can only do that, that is fine. But if you can go ahead and take some of these cities in France out before the 2 o'clock timer, you not only take out the Atlantic wall, which is the main goal of the drop, but you seriously hurt Germany's ability to make more air, to make ground with all those cities in France. He relies on that money and absolutely needs it for any sustained offense against the Allies. Here we have this physics being taken. RAF trying to poke. Not too successful. Looks like Russia's going to stay in here until everything's been killed. Maybe one tank comes out. Doesn't even look like it. Solid attack though. He keeps pressing in every time. Med at 0. Norway bunking up. These are just a reminder of who's playing once again. And we have France getting ready to be aggressive in Africa, but he's going to have a rude awakening if all those troops are still there. Was able to get troops along the Algiers industry. He probably will not use them. Most likely doesn't even know they're there. If I was Spain, I'd definitely be taking that before 0 comes. We have Spain stacking Meta Island with troops, but not much air at this point. Have Germany bringing in 2 keys of Messers, possibly a few more drops by Spain. Very curiously, he's got 6 or 7 Messers up by Atlantic, really fearing that drop. Should be about this time that Norway's dropping. As you can see, they're moving over to the UK. We're going to be getting ready to land that shortly. France sees he's got a lot more than he can chew here in Africa. It's going to be at least a turn before he goes and grabs that. Great scouts in Turkey. That's what you want to do. You kept the starport free. Put out a couple of Marines that'll give early warning. Very, very good job. Got that Norway drop here in UK. Let's see what happens here. Oh, there comes the Paris drop. Timing's very good at 325. This is when you want to be taking it. Has a couple of Marines there. Should be building a turret. I don't think that a supply depot will be able to get that. Let's see what happens. You definitely want to be spreading out quickly here. Drops safety first, obviously, but you want to be getting the 2 cities to your right and at least 3 or 4 cities below. But if you're lucky, you can even get that factory as well. Not going to take that industry, but UK should be able to stack it. This is going to be a perfect opportunity for Russia to go bulks if air comes and enough of the ground. German tanks, definitely a lot of them at this point. Even though France did a good hold, there still was a fair number of German tanks still available. Managed to get all those cities except for the 2 easterly ones. Funny enough, those are the easiest ones to get, but was focused on taking out the cities, went down towards Spain. Got the BC here. Now the raft, they just want to take this as a victory. I don't think you really want to stay here trying to hold fire against minions. Not minions. Wrong game. Marines. Meanwhile, while all of this activity is going on in France, we have the French troops down in Africa going ahead and make headway. Looks like he should be able to secure it this turn. Very, very early in the turn, he's got an SCV making his way up, capturing the cities. One more little final push with a turret or a bunker or even a supply depot that possibly takes the industry and the city down in Algiers. Could be possible, but again, if you're going to do that building, it helps to do it right before that 0 timer. You'll always get the industry over if you can build a supply depot before that 0 timer right beside it. Let's see what he does here. Yeah, going with the storage depot. And as he's doing this, Spain is putting a little bit of different focus here. Here he's in Canada. This is a strategy that used to be done a lot more in the classic games, just because with a mere 1-drop investment, sometimes even a key of scouts. But again, it's a much more bigger investment. You go ahead and you take that UK physics out. Yes, he can rebuild it in Russia. Yes, he can move. He doesn't even have to rebuild. He could just fly this right over into Russia, but that can sometimes take a turn or two. And if UK really wants to be building BCs and is still instead of building RAF, he's then controlling 5, 6, 7 keys of RAF instead of that really sweet 12 BCs and like 4 keys of RAF. That's where you really want to be at as UK. Here we have for the 3rd time Norway dropping. A little bit early on this drop, slight paradrop there. Let's see if the air comes to support. If the RAF was there, you'd definitely be able to get 1 or 2 BCs here. Let's see if it still happens. Blunt's calling it. He's calling it. A little too dangerous. Beautiful scout killing. Very, very worth for the RAF. Very, very worth. Awesome job. That is just beautiful control there. Little dangerous to go in now. You got your victory. Some really good shots. UK is not building any sort of defenses. Did float his starports out. Let's see if we can find them. They're over here in Norway. This keys the Russian attack down into Balks. Now, the reason he chose Balks was because he wanted to get as far away from those BCs as possible and didn't want to go up against a hard bunker line. He just wants to get in and do damage as quick as possible. Let's see if he pushes up ahead before 2. BC's coming up, but with no RAF. No RAF in sight. We have no messers either. They're over in Spain. Probably a retreat is smart here for Russia. So what he's doing, he's at least going to get his tanks into a position that he can get out. No upgrades on those yet. 3-3 Marines. Italy's got 3-3 Marines, and no upgrades on the tanks as of yet. Germany, a little back and forth with the BCs, going down to Algiers, but then realizing that taking Africa doesn't really matter if you end up losing your central provinces. Oh no, Germany walking the BCs right into the Marines. That is really sad. And a second one's going to go down. Nice heads-up play there by UK, and a little bit unfortunate for Germany. But trade back a few RAF. Very nice there. Some nice pot shots here by the RAF. Great control. Meanwhile, UK has been taken. That combination of the fire bats with the tanks is just too much for that undefended UK. As you can see with the fire bats, a lot of people think they're a waste, but if you can get them into attacking range, that is a 40 plus 40 damage with just 2 attack upgrade. That's it. That's 80 damage in attack if you can get them in range, which has always been the problem. Here, Germany bringing the air down to Rome. This is when you bring those BCs down. Russia just attacked. He can't be attacking again anytime soon. He only has 1 of them of the BCs that is weak right now. So a little bit of a misplay. You could have went and taken out all 3 of these islands with the troops, brought the BCs down, taken out a couple of these cities and the troops that are there, and then brought them back before anything's going to happen. Now, the only reason for bringing them up there is to possibly put an engagement on Norway, start to pressure the map that way, but you are already halfway down. You might as well go down, take what you can. You know the islands are taken. You know that he's got Africa, just this huge cash cow coming in. We have the Spain who ignored Africa and went at UK, which is normally the good move. Normally it's very smart. He's already dropped Canada, got the physics. He's gotten Ireland, all of Spain, of UK, and now let's see what he does. He's going to go try to defend. Oh, and Norway knows that he's not going to be wanting to drop there. Come on, get those fire bats in. And the fire bats are blocked, and they're maybe not. Oh, he gets one attack on it. That's it. That's what all those 3 fire bats were worth. One attack. And that's it. It's understandable, though. Norway does need to be moving down here at this point, trying to take the cities before the tax. Not going to like what he sees with those BCs in the way. And just a little bit too much. Basically, Blunt's saying that for Russia to attack right now. Let's see if he does. Russia has to assume that there's a pretty big army down waiting for him. And as you can see, UK is moving towards that bulk position. Russia does see him with the industry there. And that supply depot is not going to change that fact. Very correctly, Russia is switching his attack to go north. This should do some damage. We should see at least 4 bunkers down here, possibly even a starport. Just a minor attack. We have the German air down, countering the French drop in Spain. BCs are not close to the line yet. A full attack could have done some real damage. No harm, no foul, is able to kill that bunker line and get out, but with a full attack it would have done right up to the starport and possibly to the core. Big mistake in the Allies not being able to try to take London out. That's a free capital tax there for Spain. He should be using that now either to drop somewhere else and be aggressive. That's the real play. You could do the defensive move, which would be to put 3 to 4 bunkers just north of London and defend that against the Norway drop that you know is coming eventually. Another play is to go Africa right now. Try to make France, instead of going east to help the Allies, to try to have to hit you back and retake Africa. Might not be something he's going to be doing. Basically, one of his options Germany did for him with his Messers. Messers are up there trying to hunt these BCs. He found them. Little game of cat and mouse here up in Canada. If only Canada really saw this war, part of the war. Not really, but definitely did see anything like this. German planes stalking UK battleships, full of English Spitfires covering them. Waiting for reinforcements. Germany's definitely going up there. There's no way he's bringing another group to just sit back. So lucky. Germany thought he was going to go down. He did not. Wow, bringing up the BCs. I don't really like this play here. You had more than enough with the Messers to be able to poke and to cause enough damage. That was not very smart there by Boob. See if it gets capitalized on. Even if it doesn't get capitalized by a direct attack by Russia, these BCs could be in Africa. Yet again, one of the many times you could have gone down there. Could have been up into Norway, putting pressure, very common tactic. You're going to make UK guess of where you're going to go next. Are you going to go Norway? Are you going to quick attack Russia? Are you going to go down? Being able to clear that path for Norway allows you to go north and get a real feel for putting pressure on the Allies. So Allies are not countering in any way. Does look like France is pulling to go east. That's definitely the plan. I like that plan at this point, frankly. have Spain redropping the islands. Um, initially that was a good move. You If you're just going to be taking the islands with this turn, poking with the air to a couple cities down in Africa really affects the tax. All you need is 3 or 4 air, and you're able to take 2, 3, sometimes 4 taxes just by microing a little bit of those air. So he did take some of the tax back, but here we have an attack on east. Russia breaking through, definitely has tank superiorities. Carriers being caught out, and 3 being taken out by the Allies. Very good job by Russia and UK. German air coming in. Russia really needs to pull those tanks. Good cover by UK. We have Norway dropping along with the UK. These are all veterans here by UK. This is all the Welsmen that he's pulled. Didn't feel that there was a threat for the Wels coming. And here we're going to see the payoff. It looks like a fueling bay. It looks like buildings right all the way up to Berlin. And very strong move here by the Allies. Definitely helped by the Russian heavy tanks that have been spawned. This is version 2.0, so it is Russian heavy tanks. It's not one of the updated 2017 versions where a few of them have the regular tanks that spawn and not the heavy tanks.